Jim Dicky. Who are you, Jim, and what is human longevity?
Thank you, first of all, for having us here and sponsoring this. We really appreciate it. My name is Jim Dicky. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer for a company called Human Longevity. And Human Longevity was started 10 years ago by Dr. Craig Ventnor, who is the brilliant scientist who decoded the human genome in the year 2000. And, you know, during that time, during the Human Genome Project, the idea was that someday we were going to have this personalized, preventative, predictive medicine down to your last gene. Well, he made that a reality here. The first 2 years of business, he raised $500 million in investments from Illumina, GE, and some very prominent private investors. And then in late 2015, launched a research project down in La Jolla. This all started in La Jolla. And we had about 6,000 people come through here the first 5.5, 6 years to really fine-tune this platform. And then over the last 3 years, we've commercialized it in a program called 100 Plus by Human Longevity. And the idea, what we're trying to do, and what we are doing and affecting, is we're looking for early-stage cancers, prediabetes, cardiovascular issues, aneurysms in your brain, all the genetic predisposition to disease states that you may have, and try to keep ahead of them before they express themselves. And once they start, try to keep them from getting any further. The way we do that as a member, once you join, is you come in, you fast 10 hours the night before. There's a couple people in the room, maybe you have done this or maybe you haven't, right? And then we move you into a beautiful suite. We now have a beautiful facility in South San Francisco as well, which opened up about 1.5 years ago on Gateway Boulevard. So you come in, you change some sweats, and then we take about 15 to 20 vials of blood. We feed you a nice breakfast since you haven't been eaten, and then you're going to spend about 6 hours there going through all these imaging modalities and tests. Whole body MRI from head to toe. The MRI machines that we have are all what they call 3 Tesla magnet machines. They're the top of the line GE or Siemens machines. CT scan of your heart, bone DEXA, sonogram, echocardiogram, all the different imaging modalities. You go wear with some wearables. But we're also going to then do a whole genome sequencing of you, and I'm talking about all 6 billion base pairs. Not like a 23andMe where it's like, oh boy, I'm from Ireland. No, this is real science, folks, right? So then what they do, now that's just started. That's 150 gigabytes of data of representation of who you are. Now they just start. They apply AI, machine learning, bioinformatics, all this analysis and learning that they have achieved over the last 10 years in R&D to truly create probably one of the most comprehensive 360 degrees views of you that's ever been created on Earth, from which to now truly practice healthcare. You get a dedicated doctor throughout the year to follow your care. If there's any issues that we find, right, we're going to be able to get you to the best specialists in the area through referrals. We have a formal partnership with Massachusetts General Hospital out of Boston, which is we have access to over 2,500 of the most incredible minds in medicine on your behalf if we need to. At least on a quarterly basis, you're going to have a review, whether there's more blood work or whatever, and if you have issues during the week, you can contact the clinic and have your doctor work with you. We'll also work with your existing doctor for the interpretation and translational aspect of this data, because most doctors, they haven't been trained to do it. Doesn't mean they're not good, obviously, but they just don't know how to understand it. We'll help them. So that's just a brief overview of what we do